Mr.Shreekant Jha, MD of PJ Commodities Ventures, who joins us on the line from Chennai for a check on all these commodities. Shreekant, let's start with gold because that, of course, has been an outperformer for whole of this year. And today, of course, where we have seen nearly 500 rupees of gains. Are you expecting more gains from here on?
Actually, Manisha, we were looking at 15,200 and it actually reached 15,200. We have targets of 15,400 and 15,700 as the next two targets, which supports at about 15,000 and 14,800. It is very bullish.
But are you looking at a one-side rally, or would you expect some profit taking, and would you buy on dips?
See, the thing is that today has been quite a sharp move. Looking at the charts, I don't see, this rally should go on for a while. It's very strong.
15,700 is you said is your next resistance. Do you see it surpassing that as well? And what are you looking at international markets in that sense then?
See, I don't know. We first earlier looked at 1,050, and we also mentioned that we may see 1,200 during the course of this year. We were looking at $900 being crossed for it to actually gain momentum, which is what it is doing now. It is moving very fast.
Absolutely. $960 and $1,200 is where PJ Commodity feels that commodity could go on to into recent days. On to silver then, because we've seen good gains in there as well. 1390 at this point in time, up by nearly 3%. Are you looking at the similar kind of run-up as in gold in silver as well?
Yeah, actually, I think many people did not look at silver seriously. It has been making some really substantial gains. I think about a month ago it was around 17,800. Today we have already seen 22,200. We are looking at 22,500 and then 23,000 after that. I think it will go parallel to gold.
Shreekant, on to crude then, because we've seen a complete decoupling happen between gold and dollar and gold and crude as well. Continuous decline in crude prices holding below 37, around 37 at this point. Are you looking at for more losses, or do you think 32, 33 that has been a recent support would continue to hold?
Yeah, I think the downside should be around the same, that 32, maybe 30, 34 and 30 are the two levels we're looking at. It is weak, but those numbers remain. And maybe a resistance at 42 or so.
You don't see 42 breaching, because we have seen 52 kind of levels also in 2009. But of course, that has been a resistance. We haven't seen commodity pass through that.
As it stands at present, I think we would look at the lower side.
Okay. On to base metals then, because that is one area that hasn't seen any, substantial consolidation or gains for that matter in the market. Let's start with copper, because that's down nearly 1.5% even at this point in time. What are the kind of levels you're watching now?
See, copper got stuck in that 160, 175 zone, and at one point of time it tried to break 175, but again failed and came back. I think unless you see it breaking a 175 on the upside or a 160 on the downside, it's going to remain trading in this area.
But what is your feeling for second quarter or for 2009? Because it has been an underperformer in 2000. Are you seeing a similar situation for this year as well?
See, we feel that copper actually bottomed out. But the point is that it still hasn't moved up, so maybe it's still consolidating. We'll have to just wait and see. Trading the range between 160 and 175 is really nothing much really out there.
Sure. But in the whole base metal sector really, where do you feel that you could put money at this point in time? Are you looking at nickel rebounding, because there have been some technical breakouts on the higher side? Would you feel that there is some money that can be put there?
It can be, but I think, if I were to put money onto anything as far as metals are concerned, gold and silver would definitely be on top of the charts. The base metals, if you look at them, most of them are really in a sideways move. So I still think that people would prefer to go in for gold and silver.
On to some agro commodities then, and we have seen a very sharp run-up in some edible oil prices, but sugar of course stands apart today because we've seen good gains happen there. There was some news yesterday that government would not put stock limit to rein in prices in the coming future, and that of course has led to gain into the prices. Are you looking at much more gains from here on?
Actually, today sugar has broken a level which makes it even more bullish. We are looking at 2230 and 2270 as the next two targets, with the support at 2120 and 2100. It looks like it should be up for another few months at least.
What kind of returns would you expect in coming quarter, let's say, after the crushing gets over in March or April?
See, actually, some time ago we had mentioned we should see sugar around 2300 and 2400. I think that number remains.
Thank you, Shreekant, so much for taking time out for us.